Okay. Ooh. Oh, that was dirty. I like it. He came to life. Yeah, so today I'm going to be coaching a PLAT player. I have a VOD of him. It's quite early in the morning, and I'm going to go and join the voice channel, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Like, anything you think you want to focus on for improvement, or you kind of just want me to analyze it and tell you what I see?
Uh, Honestly, I think my game sense could improve. Like I think I have pretty bad game sense.
Okay,
Like I just go by instinct.
yeah. So whenever people say that, it's hard for me to figure out exactly like what you mean, but I'll figure out here as we watch for sure. One thing I will say straight away is mid control on this map is really important. I noticed you kind of just followed your team, which is fine. Like you had really good smokes there, so hopefully your team can win the round here. So here, yeah, like I think we're just kind of following our team, which is it's fine, but I just feel like just the idea of going mid would be good at some point here. And I have a feeling already that you're gonna just follow your team and not really make comms too much. So now I would like here I'd be saying, all right team, let's just go fight mid. Our team's not really saying anything about where we should go. So like if you say let's go mid, your team is more than likely going to listen here. Whereas we're kind of so like this is the most predictable thing you can do in Valorant whenever you're attacking. So you start on A side, you lose, you go B, or sorry, you start on B, you lose, you go A, you lose, you're gonna come back to B, right? It's the most predictable thing you can do because it's what you want to do. Like if you lose in an area, you don't want to go to the same area again. So you gotta really think actively about it. Like where could I go to confuse the enemy here? You know. So like I'm not saying this can't work. I like your smokes as well. Yeah. Someone said smoking events would be a good idea whenever you're going B. So you can do that because if you want to smoke just like one of these and you can smoke right here. People, if there's anyone mid, they'll be wondering if anyone on your team is going mid as well. So it'll kind of create pressure in mid.
Alright.
Yeah. Omen's flash is kind of like more of a team flash. It's important to use around your team, if that makes sense. So try to just coordinate it with your teammates instead of throwing one like this here. Because like again, this could be good, but if you're like a flash into spawn here would have been better because your teammates are headed in that direction. So if you flash in that direction, your teammates are gonna naturally just keep pushing because like they know if there's someone there, they're blind now because my Omen blinded it. And if you say I'm blinding CT, that makes it even better. But I mean, you know, overall that was a pretty good round. That was a pretty good stomp from us here. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that was dirty. I like it. He came to life. Okay, so your aim's definitely kind of inconsistent because you just went from doing not much to that. So nice. Your positioning is good here. I can see definitely now that you're plat for sure in this round. So I was thinking right here, okay, he has TP. I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea to use it, but you hear both of them right here, so this is actually quite a good TP. I like the use. They're still confused too. So, wow. Yeah, good job.
So basically I can be a little more aggressive with Omen.
Yeah, exactly. Like even as well as with your TPs, like you see good Omen players like flash and TP behind or something like that. You don't have to do that, but just TPing onto high ground, TPing into areas like you did in the last round, that can be very powerful. But also with your ult, yeah. So here the chamber ults. So I'm thinking, okay, careful. The chamber might be holding this. I don't remember where the chamber is playing. I haven't really paid attention to that. He's there. So here we have a kill, and we know there's two more, and he's opping. So what I'm gonna say is, let's just rotate and go B. So this might come from more confidence as well, but just kind of like guiding your team. It's not like you're demanding that they do something. It's just like, team, the best thing for us to do right now is B. It's just a matter of realizing that the best play is to go B, I think. Because going into the up here is not worth it. Yeah, like it's not gonna go well. Whereas right here, we can probably still get out as at least 3. We don't need to peek the op. It's very unfavorable for us. Chamber op's very strong. Yeah. One thing here, I think as soon as this jet dies, so like if we have a little more confidence here, I think we can run up a little bit closer. So run up to like right here, like this doorway, right here, and then just blind forward. Because the problem with this is you give them enough space to come into here. Like it's a good flash, it's harder to kill them here. And also if you have better aim there, it's very easy 2 kills for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we gotta go B. Any questions about the first half?
I think, yeah, I should be more aggressive and calm more. That's what I got.
Yeah, I agree. I think like not only just aggressive in how you play, but like you know, kind of aggressive with your comms too, because you say comms here and there, but it's almost like you only say them when you have to. And only saying comms when you have to is okay, but it could be much better, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah,
you like to play
right.
B Heaven always, or I like how our team's playing. This is nice.
Yeah, B heaven, or
Okay.
sometimes A heaven.
Okay. If you like playing B Heaven, you can also play Vents if they're going like mid a lot. And that's just another way to defend mid with, or mid from. Also, on this round, if you lose first round, it's okay to just stack a site with your team. Like, you don't have to play B Heaven there. You can go wherever you think they're gonna go. I know I just said only duelists do that, but on eco rounds, it's less important because you don't have anything to lose.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you could have bought like a shorty and played like close A. You're like say, okay, Jett, I'm gonna flash whenever I hear them, right? Like tell your Jett to come into this corner, and then tell her to wait for your flash. Because if there's like 3 right here in male, you know what male is?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's 3 in male and she's hidden to the side, and you flash as they're running up, the Jett's gonna kill like 2 or 3 of them, and then you can also clean up. Whereas right here, they're all gonna be flash and they're just gonna hide and wait. And so your flash isn't bad, I'm sure you got some, but now they're, you know, your flash isn't as good. Some of your flashes have been good though. Also, we don't need to fight here necessarily, we can just let them come to us. We don't need to fight this. Also, this might be a little picky, but I think we could have smoked something else here. I think we can just smoke like right here, or maybe right here, because there, you know, one's already on the left. So smoking this is, excuse me, not as good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So here I'm just going A. I don't know if you're looking at the minimap here in the game, but there's at least 3 here. This most likely means that it's gonna be an A push. So I want to go help my team here. I'm not really worried about the person mid, even though they're maybe still here. I've been kind of nice on you because you're not a duelist, so, but it still applies to you even if, so let me explain. So whenever you play duelist, it's good to go, you see how your Jett's holding this angle right here? It's good to be doing something as soon as the round's starting, but you do this where you like shoot the wall, which is fine, just don't do it like right as the round's starting. Put yourself in a spot where you can, you know, help people as soon as the round starts, or, you know, smoke as soon as the round starts. Like being, because like where you are, you could be closer to a barrier. If you're closer to this barrier, you can help your Jett sooner, right? If you're all the way back here, then you're gonna have to take a few seconds. It seems like your plan is to actually go B, but if you're gonna go B, like already B where you want to be is when the round's starting. And also throw smokes if you want to throw smokes as soon as the round starts, so you have more time to work with. Oh yeah. Yeah, Omen blind is just dumb. Like it's so strong. So I feel like our positioning could just be a little bit better. I feel like you're scared to take a spot over here. Maybe not scared, you're just not used to it. Like my thought here is, if I kill Brim over here, I'm gonna go back site and just sit in the corner. The reason is because the enemy team's won B recently a couple times. So I want to back if I play back here, then I'm really anchoring down sight for my team. Like they have to come through me in order to get the spike down, which means you can probably get 1 or 2 and you make the fight more favorable for your team. Like TPing up here, like see you could have already been over here like right after you killed this Omen or this Brim. He could be over in this corner cuz that's smoked. You're safe. No one knows you're there. You have another TP or smoke and 2 TPs to work with. But here it just kind of feels like you're almost a little bit too passive, right? Because like they've walled this every round. You might not know that they're gonna wall, but if they wall, it's gonna be hard for you to fight from this angle because they can just walk out pretty freely. And that's an op. I wouldn't be taking that fight there. Yeah, if you're back sight, you kill 2 for free right now. They probably don't even check it, to be honest with you. You kill 2 anyway. Good. Oh. Yeah, that's something to always expect, but good.
They smoke 7. Can be close, maybe.
Yeah, good try. I was thinking like right here. I was thinking right here. They could be right here, so be careful of that. Yeah, this is a dangerous game here you're playing. But I like the play though. I do like it because this doesn't seem like a play you'd normally do. So I'm kind of happy that you went for it. It's just be careful, be aware of like everywhere in the smoke. Like they could be walking through the back of it here. Just be careful of that. So
Chamber mid.
yeah, like I think you had a good feeling that there's one there because you're expecting it. But definitely I'd be thinking to use my ult right now. I think you saw one. Yeah.
Two mid.
Okay. I like the idea to go for a fight, but maybe we could ask Chamber to fight with us.
Yeah.
Two mid.
Yeah, again, I like the idea to fight because it seems like that's not something you normally do. So I like it.
We're going heaven.
Like if you're doing that every round and dying, it wouldn't be good, but I like the idea for that. Again, here, if you're already back here, look, this guy doesn't clear this corner. We're just starting, it's not even, in this scenario, it's not even being more aggressive. It's just, if you start back here, first of all, for this to happen, you have to predict that they're gonna actually come out to B, right? Like, you have to predict that. You can't just keep going to B heaven. But if you're back here, watch this raise. She doesn't clear the corner. No one on their team is probably gonna clear the corner. And then, you know, this raise is dead for sure. You guys have 3 people right here. But if you're back here, my point is it's much more favorable for you guys. That's really unfortunate. Like the problem is if we're just B heaven and they come out B, like they've gone B so many times, like you got to start predicting it at some point. The problem is you're just in a less favorable spot, pretty much. So nice. This game is actually won. And again, you could ask, okay, someone fight with me mid here. Yeah, it's most likely A.
Mid. Two mid.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of say this is bad because you've already done this twice now and you died. So try to do something differently now, right? Like don't just keep doing the same play where you're coming out trying to kill them. Either, like I said, have a teammate fight with you, or I don't know. You can like jiggle this and then flash. Do you know what jiggling is?
Yeah.
So you could like jiggle the wall and then flash. If you see them here, you could throw the flash and try to fight them. Or if you see them when you're jiggling, you can just run back because you don't need to fight them. You're on defense. They have to come to you.
One.
This guy just hold on. Let me go back. I have to see.
Two health.
He's painted an outline of him. Again, you're on defense. They have to come to you.
Flash.
I like that you called that. That's good. We don't need to make this. That's forcing a play here. Go for that. I like this. I like this a lot. This is strong. I would go. Okay. Again, you don't need to peek this. That's a very dangerous play to go for. If you die here, it's a 4v4 again. Fortunately, you don't. So we're actually probably gonna win the game here. But if you die there, it's very bad. You really just want to hold this angle and let them come to you and waste as much time from them as possible.
I'm low.
One enemy remaining.
Again here, if we can, you see how far our breach is from B? If you can, you want to ask this guy to kind of just chill. Ask the chamber to chill.
Yeah.
And then also
Wait for the
say you have one smoke. What are you gonna say?
And wait for the breach.
Yeah, wait for the breach, and then, like, both of you guys wait for the breach. And then tell your team that you have a smoke, and you can smoke wherever you want. Yeah, but see, this guy's gonna swing. He could have also died there, so,
One enemy remaining.
you know. Like, chill, definitely chill here. Like, as you smoke, you could say, just play my smoke. Like, we don't need to hold this, really. We just want to play together. And wherever he goes, we just fight together. Nice. That's good. Perfect. Okay. One final thing. The reason I said that there is because he wasn't looking for a second. So if you die, there's still a chance the Raze gets 2 1v1s. But
Yeah.
double holding this is really good because you guys guaranteed to get the trade. So, yeah.
Defenders win.
So very good. Yeah, so I can go ahead and recap the main things
Yeah.
that you want to take away from this is more comms for like your abilities and also for plans. You don't have to be, you know what an IGL is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to be an IGL if you don't feel like that's your like if that's not what you want to do. But I think in my opinion every good player should have comms to some degree. So even if you don't want to be an IGL, you know, say things that you think are important. Say like, okay, we have these ults, let's try to use them. You know, let's push mid. We haven't tried there yet. And again, split is a very mid-heavy map, very important to learn mid. But mainly for your abilities, your flash and your TP, but also on other controllers like Brim if you're gonna use your ult or if you're gonna molly, stuff like that.
All right. Yeah.
So that's probably the most important thing for you. But also, you kind of mentioned like you should be more aggressive. I think. Not always. Like I was saying here in mid, you don't always want to walk out mid on defense and try to fight them like that. But definitely consider playing more aggressive in certain scenarios. Just consider your options and consider what you can do, especially with your flash and your TP. You have a lot of potential. Also, use your ult more. I feel like you rarely use it on defense. On attack, you're better about it. Just don't see it as a waste. See it as a, you know, you're getting at least a small piece of valuable information whenever you ult. So, yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Also, autopiloting. Think more actively about where to attack, on attack, and be less predictable. So you guys want, you know, BA, pretty much the entire half. Like, if you did this in like Immortal, people would read you very easily, and people would start to, specifically duelists would start to just stack wherever you're going, and then it'd be like you're playing. So you're going back and forth between A and B, but so is the enemy duelist that's going 30-0 or whatever, you know. So try to be a little less predictable, just for future's sake. And yeah, so. Also, on defense, you're autopiloting on your own. So consider that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, take more favorable spots on defense. So like I was saying here on B, you can play over toward this side, but you can also find other spots, like again playing in vents on this side or playing over here. But also on other maps, you never played A here, which is, it's honestly okay that you didn't. You guys didn't seem to have that big of a problem with A, but for example, if your team did have a problem holding A, you might consider going there, even though you're Omen. I think that's completely fine in certain scenarios. Just consider your options, consider what your team needs, stuff like that. And yeah, and also fix your minimap. I gave you the setting. I'm going to send you a picture of my notes right now. But do you have any
Alright,
other any other questions?
Like, what are your tips for, like, let's say, the enemy team is dominating us? Like, how do I at the very least help calm my team?
Yeah, so you can say, like, what I say to my team when that happens. So one of your team can react in a couple ways. They can either, well, 3 ways actually. Your team can either be okay and they're still willing to, try to win, but I feel like that's kind of rare, right? It's kind
Yeah.
of rare for your team to get destroyed and still be willing to try to win. So the other 2 more common scenarios are they go like completely quiet, or they just start tilting and like raging at each other. So you don't seem like the type of person that would get angry or that has like a mentality problem for the most part, which is very good, because I think
Yeah.
mentality is half of the game, and then 25% game sense and 25% aim. At least I think that's how it can be in certain ranks.
Hmm.
But other than that, what you can do, what I say is just, you guys, we got this. Let's just focus, or try to come up with a specific plan for your team to focus on. And if your team is just not listening, play like you're a duelist. Like, just try to have big confidence, because really, if you're down 9 rounds, like, you really have nothing to lose at that point, right? So
Yeah.
try to just make a play, even though you're not a duelist. If you're down 9 rounds, you have nothing to lose. Just go for something. If you've already tried to calm your team and they're just not having it, which is gonna happen. It's okay to have those games. Just do your best. Try to get like a 3K or a 4K to try to win the round, and pretty much just try to learn from those games, because those games shouldn't always happen. Hopefully, your team this game is very nice. So,
Yeah, they
um,
were.
but which honestly, this is quite rare for most part. But you know, yeah. Does that kind of answer your question though?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So yeah, try to calm them when you can. Like, you can come up with different things to say. Like, it's all good, guys. We still got it. I believe in us. I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want to say, whatever feels right. But at the end of the day, you can't control them. So, only thing you can control is yourself. So just try to, if they're not listening, just try to do what you can to win and carry your team. But yeah, so I sent you the notes. Any other questions? We have a few more minutes.
No, actually, I'm good.
Okay. Cool. I'll definitely turn this into a video if you don't mind. Probably take me a day or 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It was fun coaching you. And you can DM me with
Thank you, man.
any other questions you have.
All right, gotcha. Thank you so much, dude.
Yep. You have a good night, or whatever time it is. Okay.
Have a good one too.
You too. Bye bye.
Alright. All right.
Thank you guys for watching, and peace.